Nearly got this comic over shit stuff.
Sergeant Leland Coyle, the father archetype, residing in Blackwell, Oklahoma. His young life consisted of anecdotal evidence of abuse of animals and sexual assault. This eventually led to military academy education. His teenage criminal tendencies ended by recruitment into a local Ku Klux Klan chapter. There were 3 wives. The first one was married when he was at age 19. She dies 6 months later, after quote-unquote falling down the stairs. Leland then joins the Marines to avoid investigation. Leland went on to serve 2 years in the Pacific Theater. There were 3 confirmed enemy kills, but 2 suspicious American deaths in his company. Upon returning back to Oklahoma, he resumes Klan activity, which moves naturally into his law enforcement job. He was on police department bankroll since 1947. Let's talk a little about Leland's voice lines. He mentions a lot about his life before Murkoff. He talks a bit about his dad, claiming that he was in World War II. Another voice line shows how though his dad was probably far from loving, he was more of the calm one. Leland recalls seeing a cow struck by lightning, catching it on fire and the cow sounding like a child screaming. When Leland's mother told the father to put it out of its misery, the father instead opened a beer and sat down to watch it. More goes into Leland's mother. He states that he knew from birth he was marked to die by lightning. His mother forced him into the bath and shoved him into the water even though she knew the electricity could sneak up the pipes and cook him. He claims she was never right in the head. He says the same about Mother Gooseberry, claiming she reminds him of his mother.
Double-dealing, mendacious goddamn lawyers are not taking this indictment away from me! She's gonna pay for what I say she done.
It is said that Coyle kept obsessively complete notes. He seemed to consider himself vital to history and of great interest to future generations. It seems that he was an effective policeman, profits from exploitation of prison labor, extortion, and civil forfeiture. Then the second wife. He continues to extort her family. They die in an electric fire. The wife flees to Chicago, dying of quote-unquote natural causes. He was observed standing in a field while watching lightning storms on 5 separate occasions. He was then promoted to sergeant. His third wife dies of suicide via multiple gunshots to the head. He was extremely popular among fellow police. He was also high-standing in Elks Club and VFW. Clyde arranges a meeting at a bar on Route 177 under pretense of bribery. Coyle was known and well-liked by bar staff and customers. Coyle knew about Clyde's interest, stating that he's seen them tailing him since Tuesday. The conversation takes a violent turn. Coyle ends up bruising Clyde and breaking 2 of his fingers. He also states the occurrence of pissing blood. Then Clyde takes a week break in Wichita. And that concludes the story of Leland Coyle.
Right here, shoot it, back! A lot of suspicious characters around here. You lazy, what happens to you in the dark? It's just gonna be between us. My house, my prisoner, my truth. All you get